Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gunnar. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfection Creations. Linda's Perfection Creations is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around the Philadelphia area. We handle full service, partial, month of coordinations. I am a certified wedding planner and a certified florist. I have over 10 plus years in the wedding industry. My business do destination weddings. We do planning and decor. So what I aspect is that we can do both together, or we can do the decor aspect or the planning aspect. So let's say if you want to send a pieces for your wedding bouquet, or just decorations to decor your wedding, we can do that. If you want to plan it, we can do that. I break my packages up because no two clients are alike. Everybody needs are different and certain things that they want. So I meet my clients based on the stages that they are in the planning needs. So today I'm just gonna go over and talk about something that I'm seeing a lot lately of, and I'm hearing a lot of things because since COVID, and it's a shame. Most of the clients that I have been receiving lately, the last many clients, um, it's not that I'm not grateful. I'm very grateful for God for giving me the opportunity to be able to plan these things and decor these things because it's it's just a blessing because when COVID hit, we wasn't able to do anything. It was shut down. So I'm extremely grateful. But at the same time, I just want to educate couples on certain things that you should watch out for because then you won't be in the stage that you're in. And you might look at it, but why are you complaining? You are getting business. Yes. But the thing is that most of the clients that I have been seeing lately that sometimes call, some of them I can take, some I can't because my calendar is, because of COVID is like fill. So sometimes I can't. But the few ones that I do have the opportunity to talk to or work with is that most of the time is that they change over because they have a bad planner or blind decor person, or the contract that they got with somebody wasn't what they thought it was, and the person turned out to be something completely different from pretty much they sold them a golden egg and in it, and it was just nothing. So, and sometimes they end up losing a lot of things, and that cause a lot of problem. So let me just say this for you, for example, and this also might work in regards to vendors too. If you are having an event, any special event, it don't have to be a wedding. Make sure you have a contract. Make sure you have an airtight contract. If you reach out to somebody and they decide to go to the services, make sure that they list every single detail of everything that they are going to be doing for you. Because in that way, it make it easier. You understand it, they understand it. That way, they can come back to you and tell you, so no, this is not what we discussed. If they don't have a contract, they can go to what's so many places there. Rocket Lawyer, I think it's Zilla. I might be wrong, but they got a couple of places. And even if they don't have those options, you can write something up yourself, but they can write something up yourself. Have them sign it. They say, well, according to the agreement, this is what we agreed upon. This is the service you're going to provide. This is what I am paying you for. And that's a contract. Have them sign it. You sign it. That's an agreement. Make sure you put that information in there. Because what happens is that you hire these people and then in the end they don't do the job that they're supposed to do. It turns out that it was just smoking guns. They were just selling you this whole thing, and in the end they cannot provide the level of service that you want. And nobody wants to go through that. It's a shame because it's like you, and sometimes the reason for that too is because one, you didn't properly do your due diligence to vend out your vendors to make sure that they are who they are. Just because some family or friends, or because you see them on Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever the case may, you see clips and pieces of what they did, and you're like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I want to do them. It doesn't discredit from the work that they're doing, but every client's different. What you may like may not be what the other client likes. You want to make sure that their staff is right. They have the right staff to handle your flow, your event. You want to make sure that they can properly execute the things that they said they're going to help you with. It don't take away from their job or what they're doing, but if you want something special and that person are not trained to handle, you are lost because you spending this whole money, and then now you got to try to run back from them to get the money. Sometimes they might say they're not refunding your deposit, or they're not refunding a lot of things, and you are lost. You might say, okay, well, I can sue them. Yeah, but if you don't have a contract, you're at a loss. Or they can come up and say, well, we didn't talk about this. We didn't plan this. A contract explains every detail, every conversation that you talk about, even if you have to record it. So you can tell them, say, hey, do you mind, not without a permission, say, hey, do you mind if I record this conversation just to make sure that we have everything, to make sure to be just in case I forget something or what it is. Have it written down, have every information to back yourself up. But the ultimate goal to release yourself from having this problem, vent out your wedding professionals or your event professional. Make sure they are licensed. Make sure they can do the job that they say they can do. Make sure they are qualified. Not because somebody, don't hire a family friend because you're trying to be nice and you want to do it. And it's like that. Like I would say, for example, most of my events that I plan is not for family. Like when I first started, I didn't get a lot of business from families and friends. But it's not, I wasn't targeting my families and friends, to be honest. Yes, I got things here and there, but they wasn't my target. Because you know what? Family and friends don't pay. I'm saying it in there because they want to always get something cheap. They feel because your family should get a discount, you should have certain things to ask for. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not building my business around my family. I'm building my business because I wanted to be a multi-billion dollars business. That's it. You got to reach for the sky. You have to reach for what you need it to be. And it's not always the client as well. Wedding clients, people that are getting married, they do the same thing. Sometimes you might have a great planner, you might have a great wedding vendor, and then in the end, you don't pay, they don't pay on time, they don't do things that they're supposed to do, and then you end up running behind them, or they say one thing the next day, they change it the next day, and you are literally changing behind it to get the information. No, have your contract. If what you said in your contract, if it doesn't abide by it, you'll have legal rights to cancel that contract. Another thing, they cannot change what they say. They can say, oh, well, we'll talk about 10 flower centerpieces. And then they come back and say, oh, no, it's not 10. I told you said 12. Or can you add extra? No. I remember I had an event I went to, I did for a client. It was all flowers. And I took the wedding bouquets and the boutonnieres and everything. And she said, oh, well, the grandparents and the parents don't have one. You don't have no flowers or anything for that. I'm like, I put on my contract. You didn't pay for that. It wasn't there. If you want extra stuff, if I luckily for her, I have extra supplies. If you want extra stuff, I can make it for you, but you will have to pay the extra. I'm not doing it for free. So there was no reason for her to say, well, no, because she was like, oh, yes, we'll talk about it. I sure we did. I said, no, I put on my contract and said, this is every single detail we'll talk about. You sign it. This is what you sign. And she had nothing else to say. So that eliminated the arguing back and forth. That's made it, make it simple. Have everything ready now. Have things that you need. Make sure you research these people. Don't just see what they do. Sometimes they might have somebody else doing the job for them. They might have a lot of things that go, and you don't know what it is that they do. It sucks to say, but these things happen. So make sure no matter what you do, whether you're a wedding professional, whether you're a client, no matter what you're doing in life, if you are paying money for somebody to provide a service or you are providing service to somebody, make sure you have a contract. If they don't have one, write one out. Make your life easier because all of this will help you eliminate stress. Because I've seen a lot of clients months before the wedding, days before the wedding, they are running around doing the job of their planners or doing the jobs for the wedding professional that they hire because those certain things was not done or they didn't know they had to do certain things by themselves. And then it's a wedding because they don't want it to go bad. They end up running around trying to do these things. So make sure you are protected. It saves you a lot of headache. Trust me, please. But once again, my name is Linda Gundel. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also find out for more information on my website at www.lindaperfectcreationsevents.com. You can also sign up for a free consultation where you can tell me about your services and I can get to hear from what end to see if it's a best fit. And if it's a best fit, you will regret it because we'll have a great time together. But once again, thank you. I appreciate all of you that tune in every time. It's busy, but I still try to do this because even if one person benefit from this, this is all that I need. Just to know that I can share some of my knowledge and some of my wealth with people to make sure that it helped them in the stages, because this is why I told into the business. Thank you and have a great day.